Hello my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations and I'm Nova. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today is a very big video because this is week 8 of the mandala blanket. Now the first week was just kind of an info video, so kind of week 7 or week 8, and it's done. So you probably saw some cool clips at the beginning of the blanket, so you kind of already knew that, but the blanket is finished. Now we're going to be doing another mandala blanket by popular demand, and also that I wanted to do another mandala blanket. So stick around and I'll talk about that a little bit more towards the end of the video. But to start, what am I drinking today? Well, it was the end of the box, so I actually brought the whole box over here to talk about it. So I'm having some pumpkin spice chai black tea. I love this stuff. It is so good. If you've never tried it, you definitely need to if you like pumpkin spice. So it's a black tea, and this is the description. Obviously, this is, you know, very extra and dramatic. In this box, it's fall. Slight chill in the air, red leaves falling, plaid everything fall. And we don't mean to brag, but we created the ultimate fall accessory, pumpkin spice chai. Warming pumpkin pie spices of cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger blended with smooth black tea. Tastes so good, you might just become a pumpkin spice everything person. So, it says fall for black tea with classic chai and pumpkin pie spices, and the caffeine level that they show on the side of the box is 3 out of 5 little black circles. I'm so sorry, my cat is meowing away in the other room. Oh, and on the back it has a little caffeine guide. So 3 black circles is 31 to 45 milligrams. And I have 2 tea bags in here because this is a big cup. So, this is my Believe in Unicorns mug. This is what I call one of my chubby unicorn mugs. I have 2 chubby unicorn mugs, and I freaking love them. So, it's very big and very full of tea, so I don't want to drop it, but let me get it up here. There you go. It's kind of got the little bit of like a shine to the sparkles. But yes, one of my chubby unicorn mugs. It's me from the future. I'm editing together this video. It's really not that far into the future. I realized I got so wrapped up in what I was talking about with this blanket, I forgot to do the info on the mandala blanket. So this is a Yarnspirations pattern by Lisa Gentry. The crochet along is by the Crochet Crowd, and I will have the information for those in the description if you're interested. The crochet along is fantastic, and the blanket is beautiful, totally worth doing. And I'm also going to be putting some pictures that you guys sent in. I talked about you guys sending in pictures, but I forgot to mention I'm going to put pictures in here that you guys sent in this week. So any pictures sent in this week will be here in the video. And yeah, so I just wanted to pop in and say those couple things that I forgot to mention. That is super, super good. If you're not a big pumpkin spice person, but you do like pumpkin, oh, I didn't refocus this. If you do like pumpkin, and maybe you just don't like pumpkin spice because it's too strong or something like that, the tea would probably be a good thing for you to try because it's more subtle since it's a tea and not like a latte or, you know, whatever else that you may get as a pumpkin spice beverage. Anyway, without further ado, let's talk about the last couple rows on the mandala blanket. So here are the last few rows on the mandala blanket. And I'm gonna put a little clip in for you guys. But this row behind this one that you see right here, this is actually row 50. So for anyone working on Lincoln, what is it? There he comes. What? 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 Let me move my tea if you want up here. Let's see if co-host needs to come up. Come on. Come on. Going to the other side. Come here. Come on. Give him a minute. He's currently trying to get me to come to him. Alright, I gave him some pets, so maybe he'll be quiet now. So anyways, as I was saying, the last few rows of this blanket, or this 50th row, oh, now he came up on this side. Let me move the giant blanket. Hi. Hi, Link. So, you may notice this blanket has quite a bit of fur on it, and this is why. Except for that, I actually spread it out yesterday to take some pictures and videos and stuff, and no sooner did I start to spread that blanket out, he came and literally laid in the middle of the blanket. So he definitely has claimed this blanket. This is his blanket. He's purring. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that or not. Give you some little ASMR. Anyway, I could probably show you this at the same time. So, yeah, so for the final row, you actually work it behind this other row. So for anybody that's working on this blanket alongside me, I took a little clip, just, I almost just pulled a bunch of stuff down with them. I have a lot of, like, yarn work in progress items sitting over there. And I think one of them got stuck to his foot or something, and he just, like, pulled on all of it. Anyway, you know, chaotic as usual. So, yeah, so for this final row, in case anyone's working on it alongside me, I took a little clip because the last row of the crochet along is not the same as the last row of the pattern. I think that he just misread a little bit. And he missed where it said to crochet behind, because he actually crocheted over row 49 and row 48, because row 49 is this puff stitch and popcorn stitch round, and then you crochet row 49 over it, which is these single crochets, but then you go behind with row 50 and you crochet it. But he held them, like, kind of together and crocheted over them. And I think that it looks better this way. So I just made a little clip in case anybody that was following along and working on this with us wanted to have this kind of a finish that I think it gives, you know, it gives a little more dimension. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that here in case you are interested in that. Okay guys, please bear with me that this will be a little difficult to show you on such a massive blanket. I'm literally on the last row, so currently these are the last two rows. So this one that you see running this way is the 49th row, and then this one that you see kind of tucked behind it is the 50th row. Now, real quick to show you if you're working on this blanket also, the way that he has you do it in the crochet along is pulling this 49th row down to this 48th row and then crocheting over both, which looks like this. Now, I'm not saying that this is definitely not the way that it's meant to be done, but my understanding in the pattern is that it says to work behind the previous row, and I much prefer the way that this looks. Like this right here is a cluster starting at my thumb, and then this right here is a cluster. I prefer that the way that this works. It also just gives like a nice like fluffy kind of edging. So I'm just going to show you the way that I'm doing it in case you want to do it that way also. And that is to have my yarn on my hook from my last spot. And then to do the half double crochet, I just go back here into this 48th row and work my stitches there. So I put my half double crochet, my double crochet, and my half double crochet all on this 48th row that we had done. It's that row that the popcorn and puff stitches are part of. And I'm trying to show you what I'm doing, so I might have pulled it up a little more than I needed to, but you get the idea. I think that looks a lot better, and it's going to add some detail and some interest to the edging. So hopefully that helps. Okay, so I hope that that's helpful if you've been following along and you wanted this kind of a finish to your edges. Of course, you could do it either way. You could do your own thing, whatever you want to do, but I felt like it would be helpful because I know that I at least had one person that had been sending in updates of their blanket that really wasn't happy with the end of the blanket. And I could definitely understand that. So just in case, I didn't want anyone else to possibly be off-put by the end of the blanket. But I really love this popcorn and puff stitch round. I think it's so fun. And on the next one that I do, that's going to be more like earth tones and stuff. Over here, like picking pet hairs off. I think I'm gonna try to make these look like flowers. If I do these in like a red and I do this purple row in like a green, kind of like the pattern has a similar kind of color scheme in the way that they did their colors, and I was like, that actually looks like flowers. So I think I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I love the way the Mexicana came out on here. So this is the front, and then here is the back of how this Mexicana looks, and I love that. I think it looks so good. And then here's the side, so you can see how you get that dimension to your edges. And I'll also be putting in pictures at the end of the blanket in its entirety and stuff, and you can see how this actually does work up nicely for the edges. But yeah, there is my finished edges on our first mandala blanket, and this has been like the big thing that we've done on the channel so far, and you guys have loved this. Like, you guys have really been here for this journey. So this was like really exciting and like bittersweet because I really enjoyed doing it and everything, but I'm gonna do another one, so I'm like, it kind of takes away the sting of finishing it and not wanting to be done with it yet, and kind of like rejuvenates the excitement of it because I'm gonna do it another colorway and I get to start over at the beginning, and the rounds are gonna go really quick at the beginning, like, so it's honestly perfect. But I also feel just like proud and happy because, for one, this is absolutely the like biggest, most intricate looking thing I've done. And you guys have really been here and involved in every step of the way. So it's just been really awesome. So I'm going to try to hold it up now. It's very, very big. Oh, and for reference, when you get to the pictures and probably the videos that you saw at the beginning, I have a king size bed. So that big blanket that's taking up the whole top of the bed, that's a king size bed. If I had a like a queen size bed, this would drape over the sides for sure. It's a large blanket. So without further ado, here is my blanket folded in half. And I'll kind of try to pan up for you. then hopefully you can see all the way to the bottom, because I can't see what you're seeing. There we go. Hopefully that showed well. And I'll just kind of back up a little bit so you can see more of the blanket. But yeah. So with my arms stretched all the way out to the sides and grabbing on to these halves, I'm going to show you. Stretched all the way to the sides and also probably a little slack in the middle. My fingers end at the yellow rose. So there's this much blanket still. And that's my full wingspan. So that's how big this blanket is. It is finished. I love doing this. Like holding it up like this. That is so cool. I feel like this could be like a skirt. I love that. So there we have it, you guys. What do you think? Definitely let me know what you guys think of our finished blanket. Let me know what you think of the finished blanket, and I'm kind of speechless. So, to give you guys a little bit of information on what's going to be going on with Mandala Tuesdays going forward, I wrote some notes with the dates, because unless I have a calendar pulled up in front of me, I'm not very great with dates. So today is the 23rd of August, and when I was bringing up last time about whether we wanted to keep doing Mandala Tuesdays, I had a few people recommend giving like a 2-week break or something, or like starting September 1st or something like that, because it would give you guys the opportunity to go buy yarn or raid your stash, or just come up with your plan of what you want to do, or maybe even decide that you want to join if you don't know that you want to join yet. Think about it. And then you guys that want to join in on the second round of Mandala blanket and like do it alongside me are like able to do that if that's how you want to do it. So today's the 23rd, and then next Tuesday's the 30th, and then the Tuesday after that is September 6th. So I thought starting in September would give you guys a good amount of time. That gives you 2 weeks. And that will give you 2 weeks to pick out yarn, or, you know, whatever you want to do, to kind of prepare if you want to join in. And as before, you don't have to be at the same stage of your blanket that I'm at. So if you're ahead of me, if you're behind me, it's all gravy. I know some of you guys, are still working on this one. That's totally cool. Send in your pictures if you want to send them in. My email is in the description, as always, and you're very welcome to send those in. Let me know what name you'd like me to use, if it's your full name, or, you know, whatever your YouTube name is. Just let me know, and I'm happy to share those. It doesn't matter what stage you're at. I think everybody loves to see the Mandala blanket no matter what stage it's at. And so I think it's super fun to put those in, and I love seeing your guys' color schemes. I'm really excited to see even more new batches of these blankets, like more new color schemes coming in. And then I'm going to be working up a new color scheme. This blanket is going to look so different in this other color scheme, like just a completely different blanket. I'm really excited for that. So, what I'm thinking is, so that gives you guys next Tuesday where we won't work on the blanket at all. And then the next Tuesday will be the first video where I talk about it and we start working on it. So I'm thinking next Tuesday I might still put a little Mandala Tuesday video out, just letting people know that we're going to be starting a new blanket in case they didn't see this video. Since this video is an update on this current blanket, it'll be like the next video will just be like, hey, we're starting a new Mandala blanket, just to kind of remind people also. And I'll just talk about it a little bit. And then the following Tuesday, September 6th, we'll actually have our first video, where I show you guys the yarn I'm going to be using, and, you know, we like really get into it, like the first video, the informational video about that current blanket. But yeah, so next Tuesday's video, I'm like I said, I might still put one out just to remind everybody that we're going to be starting the next week. And yeah, so it won't really be a, there won't be a blanket in next week's video, but I think that's really awesome. I'm super, super excited to do this again with you guys. I can't believe we finished this mandala blanket. I keep looking at it like, I made that? Like, I made this. Me. I made this? So proud of it. So if you feel like you can't do this, guys, I only started crocheting a year ago. The crochet along is extremely well done. Especially the first videos. He really goes slow and shows you how to do everything. The last video, he starts to, Lincoln, what are you meowing about? Yeah. What? The last video, he kind of speeds up a little bit because it's mostly things that you've already done. But you can always go back to the other videos and watch the slowed down version. Hi. You can always go back and watch the slowed down version in the other ones, and see him explain it more if you need to. And then also there is a way, I've never done it, but apparently there is a way to slow down videos on YouTube also, in the settings somewhere. So if that's something that you need to do, you can always do that too. But, yeah, so I think it's very, very doable for anybody who wants to join in. Let's try to angle him so he's in here. Hi. He's very needy today. AKA every day. So thank you guys so much for coming today and for coming along on this journey for this mandala blanket. I'm super excited to do this again with you guys and keep these Mandala Tuesdays going. I hope everybody is having a great day and that you and your family are doing well. I think that that's everything for this video. So I'm going to be putting in some clips at the end of this of pictures and whatnot, and Lincoln will be in some of them. And I will see you guys next week for the next mandala, little bit of an info video. Bye guys!